We're live, pal. Welcome to
Go for the Pin Wrestling Review Show.
With your boys, Mikey Q and
King V, aka Ember Moon Knight, aka Michelle McCool Running, aka Summer Ray Charles,
Mikey Q and King V.
King V, what's going on, homie?
Give your energy and feed that vibe into the world.
Mike, you still owe me a chopped cheese.
I mean,
Go for it, kid.
We're live, pal. Welcome to Go for the Pin, episode 80, with your boys, Mikey Q and
King V, the Ting Wahila, aka Layla El DeBarge.
Layla El DeBarge. I like that. Layla El DeBarge. Shout out to Layla. Hope she's doing well out there, wherever she's at. But anyway, we're here to talk a little wrestling. Last night was Battle Club Pro.
We
record this live.
Sad
Shout out to everybody that was at the show last night. It was awesome. I'm sure Title Match Wrestling will be showing some of the matches that we playing them on their YouTube, I assume, very soon. So a couple of changes made to the card. Now, originally Go for the Pin was sponsoring Eva Surreal versus Tasha Steelz. Tasha had to pull out of the show due to contractual obligations. I'm sure we'll talk about that more at another time, and I'll just leave that there. But in Tasha's place was Savannah Evans. Now that makes sense. They're together on TV, right? They're a team on TV, so that makes sense that Savannah Evans would take her place. Savannah actually got the win over Edith Surreal. It was a great match. So definitely check it out. Also another note from the show. Jobber Tears podcast own Mr. Black made his referee debut last night. Yes, congratulations to Mr. Black. Had a nice little conversation with Mr. Black. We're gonna be doing some things. Let's just leave it there. It's a lot of things going on, a lot of things happening in the world of Go for the Pin and Jobber Tears and everybody else that's out there. So just stay tuned. Now next week, couple of programming notes. Do not look for us early in the week. I'm just gonna say that right now. It's my birthday week next week.
Mike's not working for his birthday.
Yeah, I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it.
If I didn't do it, he's not doing it.
But we will be on sometime next week. We will be live next week, and we plan on having a really good show for you. I'm just gonna leave that there. Let's get into some wrestling. Shout out to everybody, of course, that is watching us on Facebook, that is watching us on Twitter, that is watching on YouTube. Shout out to everybody that's listening to us, Spotify, Apple, and every place else that you get your podcast from. Thank you. All right, let's get into some SmackDown news first and foremost. All right, so if I can get this graphic up here, I'm feeling like Kevin Dunn tonight. Where's the graphic? We're live, pal. There it is. All right. SmackDown Live. It started with yep, RK Bro, right? Okay. Was this week? See, we're live, and I'm like trying to figure out if this is this week. Yes, it was 4:15. RK Bro came out to the ring. Yeah, it's that type of show, V. And
Not me this time.
They was excited to return to SmackDown. Yes, I'm remembering it now. It definitely is what happened this past week. Well, last week. Yeah. They came down there and they were mad because the Usos got in their face and kicked Randy Orton in the mouth on Raw. Randy was upset about that. He's very upset about that.
Yeah.
And basically the promo led to the Usos coming out there. Riddle said he wanted Jimmy in a match in the main event, and that's what happened. And what'd you think about this opening segment here?
I think wow. Hey, we're live, pal. I thought it was pretty good.
Yeah. I like the part that Riddle and Randy was on the ropes, and Randy wasn't looking. They jumped the Riddle real quick. They being the Usos, really quick. And Randy was, hey, you know what I'm saying? And they got a little cheap shot on Riddle, which I thought was funny. Okay. We had Sasha and Naomi.
The dolls.
Yes, of course,
Yeah.
of course. So Sasha and Naomi was saying that RK Bro and the Usos were following the women's champions lead. Okay. Liv Morgan and Rhea Ripley interrupted. All right, pretty much the setup for what we saw on Raw
On Monday.
and we'll get there. Naomi versus Rhea Ripley. This was really solid.
It was pretty good.
I want to give Naomi and Rhea the credit here. This match was really, really solid. Rhea gets the win over Naomi to get some momentum, I guess, going into their tag team championship match. We'll talk about how that went. But that's really all I have with that match. That match was just, it was really good. And Naomi has had a string of really good matches lately, especially singles matches. And I think that she's not getting the credit that she deserves for all of these bangers.
Put some respect on my girl's fucking name.
Yeah.
Fucking tired of it. Especially y'all. No, fuck it. Especially y'all inbred neckbeards always talking about how Naomi can't do this, that, and the third because your faves can't fucking handle it. Regardless.
Yikes.
Naomi did a very good job, and Rhea Ripley did a very good job also. It was a really good match.
Yeah, it was. It was very good TV match. Very, very good TV match. All right, so let's keep it moving here. Madcap Moss versus Humberto. Okay.
Man, don't give a fuck.
Madcap Moss. I'm glad that Madcap Moss is getting a little bit of a push.
Sure.
But what I care about is the kiss cam with Tiara James. Okay. If you guys don't know who Tiara James is, I need you guys to go look up Tiara James. Thank me later. All right.
I mean, besides her being completely and utterly drop dead gorgeous, her ring work is really good for her to be so young.
Yeah.
Like, she gets it.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like she's going to be a huge star in the future.
Yeah.
Regardless of where she goes.
Definitely agree. Okay. Drew Gulak is now an interviewer, I guess.
Backstage person, producer.
Well, yes, he is a backstage producer. Yes, that is true. But he's also, I guess, an interviewer, a backstage analyst or whatever. Well, Drew Gulak had the pleasure of interviewing Charlotte Flair. Woo. This was all to set up an I Quit match for the pay-per-view.
Yawn.
An I Quit match against Ronda Rousey, who was not there.
And I was counted among the blessed.
So Charlotte gets some heat on Drew Gulak. Okay, Gulak goes to lead the ring, and that heel Charlotte attacks Drew Gulak from behind, makes him tap out, makes him say I quit. I thought this. You said yawn. I thought this was a good segment. I thought.
No,
it was a
I
good
said
way to
yawn because of the I Quit match. This segment was really good.
Yeah,
I said yawn because of the I Quit match because of who was involved, and I'm not talking about Charlotte.
Okay, so we had Ludwig. Is it Ludwig or Ludwig?
It's Ludwig, if I'm not mistaken.
Ludwig. Okay, Ludwig.
For those who are Hungarian or German, please correct me if I'm incorrect. I believe it's Ludwig.
Okay. Well, Ludwig said that the mat is sacred, just like he said in NXT. And him and Gunther believe in elegant violence.
Don't we love elegant violence over here? Well, I do.
Yeah. Well, I mean, every now and then.
I am. Love elegant violence.
Hey, V, what was in your cup that you were sipping earlier?
Mind your Ross clock business.
Let's continue here. We got Drew McIntyre versus Sami Zayn. Oh, I see where we're going. All right, Drew
Yeah.
McIntyre versus Sami Zayn. This is a rematch from last week because Sami went through the crowd and Sami said he wasn't running from Drew. He wasn't scared of Drew. Okay, he was being one with the people. He was a
Sure.
lot. he
You
he
have
was a
to know
lot.
your audience. You have to feel
Right,
your
right,
audience. You have
right.
to become one with them and just be in the same vicinity to
Exactly. That's
understand how they feel, to
right.
understand how to project.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Dark Order or
No.
Join the Dark Order. All right.
Oh,
All right.
Lord.
All right.
It's
Well,
not me this time, all
I
things
know.
considered.
I know. So Zayn run, so trying to be one with the people again. He goes into the crowd again. He's not running from Drew. Okay, that's not what happened. He wasn't running from Drew. He was trying to be one with the people. He had to understand how that crowd worked in order to get the energy from that
Mhm.
crowd. He had to be a part of that crowd.
Because he's an empath and he has
Right.
to feel the
Exactly.
crowd in order to understand what they're going through.
Right. Because how can you understand them if you've never been there?
Or he's just pussy. Sorry.
All right. So
I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
Oh my god. Uh,
Character wise, you guys,
yeah.
relax. Okay, calm your nannies. Character wise.
Oh, sorry. All right. Huh? All right.
You're not gonna start me today. It's not me. I just want the record to reflect that it's not me this time.
Okay. All right. Anyway, Drew McIntyre wins the match by count out again, and now we're gonna get a lumberjack match for next week. Thought it was fine.
Yeah.
Ricochet versus Jinder Mahal. Do not care. Ricochet retained.
Okay, let's stop right there.
Now,
Now,
stopping. Okay.
as much hell as y'all give Ricochet, as much hell as y'all give Jinder Mahal, even though that match was what it was, I love Ricochet.
Yeah.
We got to put some respect on Jinder Mahal's name.
No, I know. I'm not. Listen, I'm not criticizing Jinder. I'm one of the only people that actually think that his title run was pretty decent considering all things considered.
All things considered.
I thought his title run was pretty decent. I'm not trying to bury Jinder or Ricochet, but I just didn't care about the match at all. Like it had no heat for me.
Which sucks because Ricochet is doing everything that he can to make this Intercontinental title run, back to what it used to be.
Yeah.
To be real, the Intercontinental title was the workhorse title. Workhorse title.
Yes.
Hi, we're live, pal.
Yeah.
And granted, you feel how you feel about Ricochet, feel how you feel about Jinder Mahal.
Mm-hmm.
The match wasn't bad.
No, it wasn't. It wasn't.
But there was nothing at stake. And
right.
I think that's what a lot of people's problem was. There was nothing at stake. And I think for me personally, I think Ricochet needs more challengers.
I think so too. I think that the division, like the undercard, is like really thin on SmackDown. So
it is. No, you're right. It is.
Yeah. So but yeah, I thought the match was fine for what it was. Woods and Kofi had a backstage segment. Butch, attacked Woods and Kingston.
Okay. All right.
And Holland and Sheamus had to pull them off.
So, DK, did you hear what they called him?
Mm-mm.
Oh, you didn't hear it?
No. What'd they call him?
Sure. Okay, fine. They called him the Rapid Wolverine.
What?
Yes.
Oh my god.
So I was like,
Whoa. How
what?
is that?
DK. What? They called him the Rapid Wolverine.
Cole
and I was
said it?
just like, was it Cole? I think it was Cole. If I'm not mistaken, I think it was Cole. But they called him the Rabbit Wolverine. I was like, okay, so I think people above the age of 24
Yeah.
are gonna recognize who they knew as the Rabbit Wolverine.
Yeah.
Dot dot dot.
The guy that had the music.
The guy that's
Oh,
burning and
hey, DJ
burning.
Knuckles is in the building, V.
Hey,
And he says it was Pat.
it was. You know what? You're right. It was
But
Pat.
I'm sure that was a fed
But
line to him.
regardless, it's like, okay, I know they're trying to erase the guy that's burning in hell next to Ronald Reagan and George Bush Sr. And Joe Jackson. And Ike Turner. And the Rabbit Wolverine is, for me, I get it. They have it
They trademarked.
pinpointed
Yeah.
towards a certain person who is no longer with us, right?
Yeah.
The revisionist history in wrestling is really wild. I don't think the Rabbit Wolverine is going to work. Personally, this is just King V speaking for King V. I don't think it's going to work because of who the name was attached to. If it wasn't attached to that particular person, it would work. But because it was attached to that particular person at some time, I'm pretty sure the younger friends would be like, the Rabbit Wolverine! And a lot of us that are old enough to remember are just like, yikes.
I think that the idea is to try to get people
Erase
to not, to not
Mhm.
associate it with Brisk Kenwa.
That one.
But I think that that's the point. But yeah, I don't think it's gonna work.
I don't think it's gonna work. I honestly don't, because I think that particular person has, oh God, this is gross saying it, but has influenced enough of a generation to know him as the Rabbit Wolverine.
Yeah. We can talk about Brisk as a wrestler. As far as
as a wrestler, sure.
Yeah.
But it's just like, I think they thought that enough time has passed.
Yeah.
To be like, oh, we can call him the Wolverine, pal. No.
I mean, to be fair, it has been 15 years.
It has been 15 years, but like an elephant, wrestling fans don't forget.
Yeah, that's true.
So it's just like, when I first heard it, I had to rewind it. And I was like, I know I didn't hear what I thought I heard. To quote Big Boy from ATL, I know who I think it is.
Yeah.
And I was like, I know that wasn't said.
Yeah. It definitely, if Pat said it, well, I believe John. So like Pat said it.
I believe
probably
Pat said it.
It was a direct line from Vince. I'm almost certain.
But I think it was said more than once that night.
So they're never really trying to get it over.
Now, Jonathan, please correct me if I'm wrong. I believe it was said more than once.
All right. Well, we'll see. All right, let's keep going here. Another great Lacey Evans video. They're really getting her over as a babyface here. I really think these videos are gonna work. And I think she will be a big babyface when she comes back. Well, she's back, but you know what I mean, like back wrestling.
In the ring, yeah.
Jonathan says about 3 times, I think. So there you go.
It was definitely said more than once. Thank you, Jonathan.
Definitely. All right, let's get to the main event here. We had Riddle versus Jimmy Uso. Good back and forth. Both of these guys can work, so good back and forth here. Riddle wins the match. After, I'm not gonna lie, this was That RKO was pretty crazy.
It was. No,
it
there's
was
no denying that.
It was so it was a pop-up into an RKO, which looked sick. I thought it was great. My issue with the pin was Randy Orton was in the ring as the pin was happening, and it's just like, okay, I know that's just a little small detail, but that's what we do here. We point out things like that. So I'm just like, why is the ref counting while Randy Orton is in the ring? And that was pretty much the end of SmackDown. There was no Roman Reigns on the show at all, and I'm sure Roman was there, but he didn't actually work TV. And my other thing is with this, they did this whole thing with Shinsuke Nakamura last week, and he wasn't even on the show. So no Roman, no Nakamura, no build whatsoever for the undisputed Universal Champion going into Backlash. Okay, what happened? No mention whatsoever of it. So I don't know.
I have nothing. If anything, I guess they're trying to evaluate Roman.
Yeah,
make sure that he's clear. That's the only thing. I mean, I'm not a wrestling journalist. Please don't put that out there.
We might be.
And I don't claim. King V does not claim himself to be a wrestling journalist. I'm a nigga with a podcast.
What media?
A nigga with a podcast that don't talk down on black women. But anyway, that's neither here nor there.
Yeah.
But that's the only thing I could personally think of.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
That's the only thing I can personally think of. It's like, okay, maybe they're trying to make sure that Roman is clear before they move forward with the whole Nakamura and Roman situation. Because you don't want to push that and then Roman's not clear.
Yeah.
And then there's nothing, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know.
Jonathan says, seems like I said this about Shen a few weeks ago. I believe you did.
You
did. Yeah.
You did.
I believe you did. And that's one of the issues right there. I mean, bro, Shinsuke Nakamura is so talented. I mean, and we've wanted Nakamura. Nakamura should have won the WWE Championship back in 2017.
Whenever he won the words,
it's the Royal Rumble.
Life, pal. The Royal Rumble.
Yeah,
shut up, Mike. Yeah, he should have been world champion then.
Yeah, I definitely agree. Okay, so what do you give SmackDown Live, pal?
DK. I'm gonna give SmackDown a good old 2 count.
Yeah, I thought it was a decent show. Show.
It wasn't bad, but it wasn't
no.
nothing to run home about.
Yeah. So, like, bro, you gonna share that or
No.
Okay. Give me 1 second here. I give it a 2 count as well. Let me get up John's comment here. Says he would fit right in with what's about to happen with the other company. We will get there. We'll get there. There was a huge announcement in that other company, and we'll get there. Okay, but before we do, was there anything on Rampage or Battle of the Belts that you wanted to discuss before we get onto this side of the week, I guess?
I just want to say that for King V, the women's match was the best match on the card. And I'm not saying that as a slight to any of the other talent that performed that night, but I personally enjoyed that match because for me,
we're talking about Battle of the Belts, right?
Yes, Battle of the Belts.
Okay.
Yeah, I should have been more specific.
That's okay.
But that was the match I was looking forward to because, granted, with the build-up, the shitty build-up, personally, how I feel about it, both Nyla and Thunder Rosa both delivered match-wise.
Yeah.
So, that's all I got.
So my problem is I just did not care whatsoever about Thunder Rosa versus Nyla Rose. Like I
And
didn't
I
care.
mean that's I think that's what made it hard, but because I know they can both go in the ring.
Yeah.
The
Yeah, poor
Goblet
Obi.
of Fire. Shout out to those who understood that reference, but fuck J.K. Rowling. But honestly, all things considered, with the buildup of the match, both women,
Yeah.
really performed their asses off.
I thought it was good. Like I didn't think it was anything like spectacular. I thought it was good.
I mean,
Good
I can't.
TV
I'm not
match.
gonna say there's nothing to run home to, but they still performed at a high level.
Yeah.
To me. Let me just rephrase that. To me.
Yeah. I just and I said this I think I said this last week about Nyla. She always gets these matches against the champions and she loses. And it's like, all right. And they give her. Hold on. Let me put this up. Is that a J Cobb?
No, it is a Slytherin goblet. From the Harry Potter series. Once again, still fuck J.K. Rowling. But yeah, that's what it is. It was a birthday gift. Hey, babe.
All right, so I like I was saying about Nyla, like she's a great talent, and my issue is the same thing the problem I have with like a Lance Archer or any one of those type of like individuals that they get the
When was the
title
last time we saw Lance Archer?
this week on Dynamite, but we'll get there. Yeah, he had a backstage. All right. But yeah,
that was
we'll
yesterday.
Get there. We'll get there.
That's why
we'll
I
get there.
don't remember.
We'll get there. We'll get there. Don't worry. Don't worry. We'll get there. Don't worry. Well, you were a little preoccupied yesterday, but it's
sure.
Did you happen to see Sasha Banks anywhere around there? All right. Anyway, like I was saying, the issue I have is that these individuals get these title opportunities, but they're not going to win. That's pretty much what it is, and that's where the believability kind of comes in there. It's like, all right, I don't care because she's not going to win the match anyway. But it was still a good match. I thought the match of the night was the TNT Championship. Sammy Guevara defeats Scorpio Sky. That was actually surprising. I was actually shocked that one, they did that on a taped show because Battle of the Belts I think was taped the night before, and two, that Sammy became the first ever 3-time TNT champion.
Fuck Sammy Guevara.
Yeah, okay. I think there's a reason that they did that, but hold on for a second. They were on fire with Nyla in the beginning. I agree. But then they signed all the women talent and kind of put her on the back burner. Yeah, that's exactly what happened. Exactly. I can't disagree. That's exactly
I mean, I'm not going to sit here and disagree. That's exactly it.
Yeah. But yeah, Sammy defeats Scorpio Sky on a tape show. I think the reason they did this was because they realized, they being Tony and people in charge there, realized
cocaine.
No, I think the reason is that they realized the heat that Sammy and Ty Conti have, and
you talking about the heat about his rape jokes about Sasha Banks? Not only Sasha Banks.
No, not
only Sasha Banks, but Miley Cyrus.
Wait, what? Wait.
Oh, you didn't hear that?
No, I didn't hear that.
Oh, yeah, he made a rape joke about Miley Cyrus also. He also made a racial joke also. So, yeah, once again, fuck Sammy Guevara today, tomorrow, now, forever, next week, next month, next year, the next lifetime, and the next lifetime. Fuck Sammy Guevara. I don't care. Fuck him. Fuck you gonna do about it?
And now a word from our sponsors. Oh, I
forgot.
I forgot.
I don't fuck with that shit. That shit pisses me off.
I know.
It's just the rape. Not only people cared when it was Miley Cyrus because white woman, but that's neither here nor there. But
So
it's like you make rape jokes not once but twice, and then you make a racial joke. Fuck you,
was this
bruh.
on the
Fuck
same
you.
podcast?
Yes, the same fucking podcast. The same podcast. The same wound, Flav. The same
man.
wound. It's just like, and a lot of people. And what bothers me is that a lot of people. I'm just real quick because
Yeah.
fuck Sammy Guevara. A lot of people make this whole thing. It's like, oh, he was young. This podcast was in 2016. Me and you, Mike, are both a year older
Yeah.
than Sammy Guevara. So that means in 2016, we were both 24, meaning he was 23, which is too motherfucking old to make those goddamn jokes. And you say, oh, I don't know better. I was young. No, fuck that. Fuck that. You was grown. You was grown enough to know better.
Yeah.
He literally said, and I quote, trigger warning. I would rape Miley Cyrus.
Yikes. Okay.
Fuck him. Fuck him. Fuck him.
I'm gonna read Jonathan's comment here. The real reason is that they're passing him as a heel, give him massive heat, and feed him to Wardlow at some point. I think it has something to do with that, but I also think that he has so much heat that they realize, all right, well, they realize that, well, let's just put the title on him.
Not all heat is good heat, right?
True.
Not all press is good press.
I guess in 2022 it is. You know, it is what it
because
is. Because
cocaine.
But yeah, that's why I think
Where's
they put
my
the title
water?
I think that's why they
Fucking
put the title on.
tired
And he cheated to win the match. Low blow to Scorpio. I mean, to be fair, Scorpio tried to cheat first, but low blow to Scorpio Sky. Ty Conti was involved, and Sammy Guevara is the new TNT champion.
Yawn next.
Well, that was actually it. Oh, well, no, it wasn't it. They also had a Ring of Honor championship match with Dalton. No,
whoa,
that's not it.
Hey, we're
Dalton
laughing.
Castle, because I know Dalton, like Dalton Castle. Sorry, Dalton, if you ever see this. Dalton Castle versus Jonathan Gresham. It was solid.
It
Not
was
the best match that I saw out of either one of them, but like it was solid. Did not think that Dalton was gonna win the title anyway.
I mean, come on.
Yeah.
Because they just signed Jonathan Gresham, if I'm not mistaken.
To AEW?
Yeah, no, to Ring of Honor.
I think he's been signed for a while.
Really?
Yeah.
I think they just announced it.
Huh. Okay. I mean, maybe. I don't know. I always thought he's been there. Jonathan was there. He had a tag team with Jay Lethal and all of that, like back in the not back in the day.
Another
like years
fucking
ago.
creep.
Well, speaking of Jay Lethal,
no, do we have to?
We don't have to, but hold on, give me 1 second. Jonathan says, which I think is a mistake because at this point, Dan Lambert is not face material. He's so much better as a heel character. Yes, he is a great heel. I will give Dan Lambert credit for that. He's a great heel. But I think because of the real life heat that Sammy Guevara and Ty Conti have with people, they're kind of like default baby faces in this whole thing. And Jonathan also says that Jonathan Gresham, I gotta say Knuckles here. Knuckles says that Jonathan is signed with AEW as well.
Okay.
So yeah. But I know he's been down at Ring of Honor for a while.
I guess it's this whole real I don't care about the real life heat. I don't care if he was fucking Tay Conti behind his former fiance's back. I don't care.
So that's not what you have to heat on him for. I know you paid him for that.
I don't do those kind of jokes.
Yeah.
Right? I don't do those kind of jokes.
Right.
And it's just like not only Sasha Banks but Miley Cyrus. I'm pretty sure more people care Miley Cyrus because white. But it's just like that, and then the racial shit. Like, come on.
What did he say that was racial?
I'll send you the link.
Okay, all right.
And it is just it is like okay, they're not gonna do anything about it because Tony. Shut up, Vincent. I mean, shut up, KB.
All right, we're live, pal. We're live, pal.
I don't play that shit like that. I
Yeah,
don't play with.
I know.
Like if it was something like, I don't even want to say smaller, but if it was something not relating to that,
Yeah.
I was like, okay, they're annoying. They're that annoying couple. Fine, but all of that other shit behind it, I don't play that shit. So
I
that's
mean,
why it's fuck Sammy Guevara.
see, I didn't know that there was more than one
No, it was
incident.
more than one.
And yeah, I didn't know that until you just told me here
Well,
live on
I
the
didn't
air.
know that either till I heard the audio.
But see, just based on, and I've said this before, just based on the Sasha thing, like I've said publicly and I've said privately to V, and I'm saying it on here again. If the person that it was about forgave him for it, for me, again, this is just for Mike here, right? For me, it's like, all right, like, let's just start over with this and let's move forward. If that's an isolated incident and that's the only thing that happened or whatever, and the person, and he apologized to that person and he actually really meant that he, was apologizing, and that person agreed, to forgive him and to move on, then for me, that was enough to say, all right, like, let's just move on from that and, whatever.
But
Now that I'm
clearly,
hearing that, say that again?
but clearly,
Yeah, but clearly there was more than just one incident, and I didn't know that. I was not aware that there was more than one. Well, I get it's the same podcast, but he said it about more than one person more than once. So it's like, all right, that changes things there. Um it's tough because I feel like, especially now, and I don't want to go on a long thing about this, but like now it's very tough because when we were coming up, right, you didn't have this access to people and their personal lives and things like that. And I'm not just talking about Sammy here. I'm just saying in general. And a lot of times I just want to watch the performers perform. I don't want to know about their personal life. I don't want to hear that they're racist or they're this or they're that or they, and it does change how you look at them on television now when you find out these things, because it's like morally, I can't sit there and support somebody that is doing like causing harm to children or causing harm to
shade,
women
but
or
yes,
say again?
shade, but yes.
No, but no, I'm being honest. Like it's difficult. It's very difficult because, like I said, there are times where, like, all right, I watch television and especially wrestling to escape whatever is going on in the world. Like TV's not supposed to be real, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like it's an escape, right? So I don't want to sit there and watch television, and specifically wrestling. We're talking about wrestling here. I don't want to have to watch wrestling and say, I can't watch this guy, he has allegations against him. Or I can't watch this girl because she has allegations against it. Like it's so frustrating, especially with wrestling, because I love this business. I've loved this business since I was almost a baby. You know what I'm saying? So it's like,
Yeah.
It's tough because I don't want to have to think about that. I don't want to have to think about allegations and or not just allegations, but full on people that's been proven guilty. It's really hard. It really is. But we could do a whole show about this. But it's
Yeah,
like
we
I just
can,
want
but
to. Yeah,
it doesn't help that
it's
I never really liked Sammy Guevara, and it's just white humor never does anything to me,
yeah,
and it's stuff like that. It's
yeah,
just that in particular. Like, why would you say that? I mean, granted, whether it's a joke or not, why would you
yeah,
say that about that in particular? And it's just like it's irritating because you try to like people in wrestling, and then you find out you try to like people in general, and then you find
yeah,
out they're like that,
yeah.
or they make jokes about that and stuff like that. Isn't funny, can't help but wait. Um,
Wow.
and
Whoa.
it's just
Trigger.
fuck him.
Wow.
And
Whoa.
I mean that's on Prince Rogers Nelson, but that's neither here nor there. But it's just it's disgusting to me. And then you do what you do, and for me, as someone who personally thinks you're not that good at what you do, and it doesn't really help.
So you don't think Sammy's a good worker?
No.
Wow. And that's
And
everything else aside. You don't think this
e-
kid's talented?
everything aside, I don't.
Okay, I mean, everybody's entitled to their opinion. I think he's a good worker, and I think if it wasn't for all of this, I think that he would have been the future of that company. But
I
it is what it
mean,
is.
granted, if none of those things would have transpired, he
Yeah.
probably would have been able to change my mind. But for me, just for King Lee,
Yeah.
I think he's just as generic and
Wow.
is just like created wrestler number 5.
Whoa.
And that's on A Town Down.
The guy that got stunned so hard that lost his first name.
The guy that's also a creep.
Okay.
Okay.
Was that proven? Or was it just allegations?
There's screenshots.
Okay. Screenshots. All right.
We said that about a certain person also. And
yeah. I
yeah,
think you're talking about Patrick Clark. Is who you're
fuck him also. You could have had it all. Rolling in the deep. But moving forward.
Yeah, let's move forward. What did you think about Battle of the Belts?
Battle of the Bells was really generic to me, so I'm gonna
Yeah.
give it a 1 count.
Yeah, if you missed it, it was like, you didn't really miss much. Battle of the Belts 1 was pretty good, but Battle of the Belts 2 was, it was all right. I'm trying to multitask here and get our Raw notes here, but having some trouble finding it, but it's okay. It's all right. We're live. All right, we are live. I do want to mention that Johnny Gargano has been resurfacing as of late. Do you think Johnny's gonna come back anytime soon?
That's not for me to say.
Okay.
I think that depends on what his family dynamic needs at the time. With between him and the cute little such a cute little baby. I have baby fever, but baby Candace, and that's none of my personal business. If he decides to go back, then he does. If he decides to not, then he doesn't. If Candace decides to go back, then she does. If she decides to not, then that's her decision.
I definitely think that they will be back. I don't know if they'll be back in WWE. We'll see. I think Candace is still under contract.
Yes,
I could be
believe
wrong,
she
but I
is.
think so.
I
Yeah.
believe she is. Yeah.
So I could see when she's ready. All right, I could see her coming back and tying it up out there. Somebody said they need a match against Candice LeRae, and I can't remember who said. It might have been Bailey. That said that this needs to happen. Candice LeRae versus Bailey sometime this year, and I'm with it. And
Me
speaking
too.
of Bailey, where's Bailey?
Don't know.
She's ready to go. All right,
I'm
Bailey's
ready
to
for
go.
her to come out. Like,
I think it's all about finding the right spot for her at this point.
yeah.
All right. I'm doing this off of memory. Cause I can't unless you have any notes on it. Like I can't remember. I mean I can't find it. So
the only thing I honestly cared about, if you want to be real frank, if we really want to be real Frankenstein about it, the only match I truly cared about was the women's tag team title match.
I didn't care about that. I care more about the follow-up.
Mainly because of Sasha and Naomi. And because I root for black women over here.
Of course.
And not when it's convenient. No shade. But shade. But of course, Naomi and Sasha retained, and there was a afterburn after the storm. And there was the segment afterwards with Rhea turned on Liv, which we saw coming.
Yeah, a
To
mile
be
away.
quite honest, I
Yeah.
mean, the far, far away, one call away.
Wow.
If
What
you
an
were my
obscure reference.
baby.
Yeah, wow.
Um,
Wow.
Shout out to Chingy.
Right. And
But
Jason Weaver?
yes,
Yeah.
absolutely, young
Yeah.
Simba.
Yeah.
I love like another slice of life from Master TJ Henson. Anyway,
He's a smart guy. All right. No, we're not.
okay.
We're not
No,
doing
but
it.
seriously,
Yeah.
honestly,
Yeah.
truly, we kind of saw that a mile away, and I think there was a post attack segment with Rhea. I want to know if you saw it. Did you see the purple light in the background?
Nah, I didn't.
There was some purple happening there. I think she's going to join Edge and Damian Priest.
Mm.
And
Yeah.
I think that'll be a good look for her.
Mm-hmm.
You know, to get that rub from Edge. And if that's something I want to see.
Yeah, I'm all for it. I think it needs to happen. Jonathan agrees. All right. Well, I care about the Cody stuff. So Cody is gonna be facing Rollins. Cody has the most pyro. He has the most pyro in the whole company. I know words. And it's hilarious because it's like they're ribbing Cody, which is hilarious. Cody had a match against Kevin Owens. They did this whole thing with Seth Rollins saying that I didn't have time to prepare for you. So now I'm going to give you a mystery opponent and you're not going to have time to prepare. Early in the show, Kevin Owens had a lie detector test segment with Ezekiel, okay, and Chad Gable. Shush!
Shush, please.
Shush, please. I'm mad he got that over. I'm really mad.
He did get that over. I'm not gonna lie. I didn't think he would.
Neither did I. Can we just talk about for a second how well Kevin Owens is just doing? Like, just period. Like, he really has taken the ball and run with it, and it's like, 1 second. DJ Knuckles says, someone please give me Roman versus Orton at SummerSlam. Just a sidebar. Huh. Yeah. Okay. I could see it. See it. That's a big match for SummerSlam. Yeah. I'm all for it. Let's do it. I'm all for that. What was I saying? I lost my train of thought. Kevin Owens. He built a whole main event match for WrestleMania by himself against Stone Cold Steve Austin, and now he's actually making these like segments with Ezekiel work. Same thing with Ezekiel, Elias. What? Huh? What's going on over there, V?
Huh? Oh shit!
Hey.
Hey.
Oh, all right. We actually are going to take a short break. We will be back. And this is Go for the Pin. Don't go anywhere if you guys are watching on anything. Don't go anywhere. We will be back.
What's good? You know, it's the hottest flame here, Kiera Hogan, and you're watching or listening to Go for the Pin, hosted by King V and Mike EQ. Go for the Pin gets the win each week with their weekly review show discussing all happenings in pro wrestling. Mike, you still owe me a chopped cheese. Thanks for the support.
Hello, everybody. This is former WWE diva and former 5-time champion Melina. And I wanted to send a shout out to Go for the Pin Wrestling Review Show. And I wanted to say hi to Mikey Q and King V. And thank you. Thank you for having your show because I don't know, it warms my heart to know that people are, there's a place where you could watch and you could talk about what I love most in this world, other than my pup dogs, is wrestling. So I'm sending y'all nothing but love. Mwah.
King V, what's going on, homie? This is the man of the hour, Leo Rush. Just wanted to swing on by, wish you a very special happy birthday. I know I might be a tad bit late, but it's never too late for a little bit of 26-year-old piece of gold love. You hear me? That's strong right there. That's powerful. That's powerful. Coming from the man of the hour, Leo Rush. Listen, I also wanted to give you guys a shout out at the podcast Go for the Pin weekly wrestling review show. Keep killing it.
This is the hardcore legend, Mick Foley. Mike wants me to tell you, have a nice day every day and a Happy New Year too. Thank you, Mike, for thinking of me as a way to make this day nice.
We're live, pal. Welcome to
Go for the Pin.
Go for the Pin Wrestling Review Show.
With your boys, Mikey Q and
King V, aka Ember Moon Knight, aka Michelle McCool Running, aka Summer Ray Charles,
Mikey Q and King V.
King V, what's going on, homie?
Give your energy and
all right, yeah. All right, we're back. We're back.
We're back
Sometimes
now.
these things happen, we are live. Things happen. And Jonathan said, and thanks for sticking with us through the break. First of all, he said KO is a genius. He takes anything you give him and turns it into gold. Yes, I agree. And then he says that Kiera Hogan's spot was worth the wait. Yeah, I mean worth the watch. Yes. Yeah, that was back when she actually returned my text messages. But anyway, that's neither here nor there. Hey Kiera, how you doing? Let's keep it moving here. KO, yes. So KO wrestled Cody in the main event. Seth Rollins was out there, and he being Seth Rollins, was encouraging pronouns, pal, was encouraging KO to get back in the ring. He actually said, "Kevin, get your fat ass in there," and Kevin heard. Kevin heard it, and he just looked at Seth like, "You know what? You're on your own, pal. This is your fight." Walked away. Cody Rhodes wins the main event by count out, and that was that. Trying to think of anything else happened noteworthy on the show. No, not that I could think of.
I just want to say that wedding segment was awful.
Oh, yes, it was really bad. Okay, let's hold on. Okay. That was terrible.
It was awful.
But I was, like a car crash. Like, and we gave this analogy before. It's like a car crash is not good. Like, it's not a good thing, but you're drawn to it. Like, I literally was paying attention to every part of that segment, and not for the right reasons. It was just so bad that it was actually entertaining. Yeah, like it was actually and I looked, I said, this is bad. Like, this is really bad. But I couldn't stop watching. So I don't know. So okay, let's just try to recap it really quick. Team Bad reformed. Okay, the whole Team Bad. Sasha and Naomi was out there with Tamina. And they did this spot where Tamina and Tozawa was supposed to say their vows just like Reggie and Dana had said. And I like that Dana corrected Truth on calling her Brooks because there's no S at the end of her name. It's Brooke. Brooke. Okay, not Brooks. But I like that. And then after that, they said their vows or whatever, and then Tozawa and Tamina basically just copied that. And then when Truth asks if there's anybody that thinks that these two couples shouldn't be committed, speak now. And everybody, of course, the crowd, that's the famous spot that all of the crowd is saying no. Tamina was hilarious here. Okay.
I keep telling y'all, Tamina is hilarious. Not for nothing. Everybody involved did the best that they could.
Yeah.
With what they were given. I'm pretty sure everybody popped. Well, the niggas popped when Tamina switched places with Reggie, and it was Reggie and Dana because y'all were thinking with your other head instead of the one that's in your skull. And overall,
when Tamina switched and she stood next to Dana, oh my! When I tell you the pop in the arena and the pop in this very here room, I'm like at that point, I'm like they should just go with it. It should just, at this point you should just go with it. Like I thought they were. I'm like they should just go with it. And I know the talent, even the talent in the back popped when Dana and Tamina was. You saw Sasha and Naomi go crazy.
I would say this: Sasha's having so much fun right now.
Yeah.
And it is fun to see.
Yeah.
This could have been a lot better from what it was.
But how? Like it's the 24/7 segment. Like how would you make this any more better? I thought for what it was highly entertaining, and that's all we really can ask for out of these talents. It just entertain us. It's not supposed to be good. What would you have done differently, V?
Not include the writers. If they were gonna, I mean, we all know historically WWE weddings do not go well.
Wrestling weddings in general don't go well.
I mean, wrestling weddings in general. I think they were trying to do what they did with the Indy Hartwell and Dexter Loomis wedding, which I
liked.
Say was the best wedding segment that I've seen in wrestling. Period. Because it was a
Macho
little
Man and Elizabeth.
I mean, sure, but when you think about it, it's just like I was more entertained by Indy and Dexter, to be quite honest. Not to say that the Macho Man wasn't good. It's just I had a lot more fun watching than that one, but it was just like how I would write it. I would fire the writers because they're not good at what they do. It was a better way that they could have executed this, and I honestly can't say that I know how it would be better.
Yeah,
but what they did was not it. It just wasn't it to me.
I agree, but I think that it was just so bad that it wound up actually being entertaining. Like,
I mean, Truth tried to get the crowd back.
Yeah, that was another thing. They had lost the crowd right in the middle. And I'm like, okay, yeah.
I don't think the crowd cared in the beginning.
Yeah, well, exactly. They didn't care to start with, and now, all right, they really don't care. They're over there doing whatever chant they was doing up there in Buffalo, whatever they do in Buffalo. But anyway, who knows what they do in Buffalo?
That's none of my business.
It's none of mine either. I mean, they're never mind. I'm not gonna say what I was gonna say. I don't want to offend anybody.
Oh, they're not the five boroughs. They're not.
Well, that and they're kind of like the ass of Canada. But anyway, so let's just. I literally just offended everybody in Buffalo. I'm sorry.
Now when Beth Phoenix kicks your ass.
Oh yeah, she is from Buffalo.
Guess who's not gonna save you?
Yeah, guess what? And guess what? Beth moved to
in the orange,
and Beth moved to the Carolinas, didn't she? All right then, she got out of Buffalo too.
That has nothing to do with me.
Okay. Beth said, "I'm getting out of here." Anyway, that was pretty much Monday Night Raw. What did you think
It
of
was
this?
an awful show. Besides the
Really?
it was bad. I didn't like it.
Okay.
The highlight for me was Sasha and Naomi, so I'm gonna give it a 1 count.
Okay. Cody and Owens main evented. That already is a good thing for me. Um, hmm. The wedding was so bad that it was actually entertaining. Um,
To you.
to me. Um, hmm. The opening segment was Cody and Rollins, which was good. I'm really thinking. And then after that was the tag team match, and then the turn. I don't think there was anything like besides the wedding segment, but like I don't think there was any. Oh, I forgot Sonya and Bianca Belair also was on the show. Um, Sonya's abusing her power. They did the spot where Bianca got Sonya up for the KOD, but Sonya still had a microphone and said, "If you do this, then I'm gonna fine you," or whatever. And the match is off. So she being Bianca threw Sonya down, and she paid her fine. She being Bianca paid her fine of $1. I thought that was funny.
4
Yeah.
quarters.
Yeah.
10 times.
So I didn't hate anything on the show. I'm gonna 2 count. I had to really sit there and think about the show like as a whole. Yeah, I didn't this Raw. I'm all for burying Raw when like I totally just hate it. I didn't hate this one actually, believe it or not. A lot of talents that I actually like was on the show. Entertaining segments throughout the night. Yeah, I'm going 2 count on that one. Okay. NXT. Anything on NXT?
No.
Are you just like over NXT at this point? Has it run its course for you?
I can't say that it has because it's like NXT has a lot of good talent there, right?
They do.
And it's like, what the fuck is going on here?
With
You know,
NXT?
yeah, for me this week. Let me just rephrase that for this week. Now I do know that Roxy,
Yeah, or Roxanne.
did debut.
Yes.
This
It's
week
JC
on
Jane.
NXT, and I liked Roxy since her Ring of Honor days. So
yes,
I was a fan.
Former Ring of Honor Women's Champion.
Women's champion. Yep. I love Roxy. There was Carmelo Hayes and Trick Williams were there, so that's always a plus.
Yeah. Because when Melo shoot, he don't miss.
He don't miss. And then I'm trying to think of other things.
Okay, well, the main event was a tag team. Was it the tag team title match?
Yes.
Was it?
I believe.
Yes. Dexter and Duke Hudson.
Yes.
Versus Pretty Deadly.
Yeah, no, you're right.
Okay, all right. Okay. All right. So Pretty Deadly retained. I think it was for the NXT tag team titles. And I feel like something happened after that, but I can't remember. Like before they went off the air. Yeah, it's getting. I know it. We're getting ready to get up out of here. Okay. I'm trying to think if there's anything else on NXT. Not really.
I'm trying to think also. NXT. Natalia's kicking ass. Which
yes. Plus.
I believe she's facing y'all favorite big booty white girl.
Yes, she is. Yes, she is.
I'll be skipping that.
I'll be watching.
Yeah, of course you would. I'm trying to think of other things. Still I know so
B.
Oh, y'all niggas. Well, not you.
Right? Yeah. Whoa.
Y'all niggas. Next.
Yeah, I don't know about that, but you know what I'm saying. What for me?
Next.
Yeah. Okay.
I prefer Last Legend, but that's neither here nor there. I'm trying to think of other things that.
Okay,
happened.
so the show opened in chaos.
Yeah, it was a lot of shit that was going on.
But you know what? I kind of like that though, because it all made it seem like
it.
You know why I like it? Like, okay, that's something we could talk about. The reason I like it, it doesn't feel like, okay, segment 1, all right, segment 2, segment 3. Like it literally felt like everything was all intertwined. It didn't feel like I was watching a wrestling show. It felt more like an actual television show that just kind of everything was just flowing, right? It was like, all right, so Braun Breaker's out there, and no, who was in the ring first? Braun came from the parking lot.
Yes.
Who was in the ring first? Man, why can't I remember now? Because it was a brawl, and after the brawl,
the boys were fighting. I'm not gonna lie, I don't remember.
I don't remember who started the show. Like who's in the ring?
Yesterday was. I don't remember.
Yeah. I don't remember who was in the ring, and I really, full transparency, I cannot find the notes for the life of me right now. Plus it's almost 12 Eastern. 12 o'clock midnight Eastern, right? Yeah. Yeah. So it's late, but yeah. Anyway, there was a brawl. As the brawl is going on, Braun Breaker comes through the crowd from like the parking lot, which I thought was cool because again, it's like, okay, what's happening next here, right? Braun Breaker is calling out Joe Gacy somewhere in the back, and then Braun leaves to go and find Joe Gacy, but as Braun's leaving, Tiffany Stratton is coming out there now for her match against Sarai. It's Sarai. I got it right the first time. I think it's Sarai. I'm like, I think it is Sarai. I think it's Sarai. It's
Sarai versus Clueless. Yeah.
And you know what? Yeah. And Tiffany actually can go. I'm gonna be honest. Tiffany can go. But so can Sarai. Like I was saying, that's why I liked it, because it was like you couldn't turn away. You know, it was like, all right, what's gonna happen next? I like that.
Like boom, 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 boom.
Yeah, I like that. I hate when it's just like, all right, this segment just ended. Okay, let's go to commercial. All right, next segment. You know, so I like when it all kind of blends together. You know, it feels less predictable that way. All right, what are you giving NXT as a whole? I know you're tired. We got to get to AEW and get about here.
It's not my favorite NXT. Okay. I'm gonna give it a 2 count. It'd be nice.
Yeah, I'm with you. Same. All right. AEW Dynamite this past week. CM Punk, Dustin Rhodes, the opening match. CM Punk gets a win. Great standard wrestling match between two veterans of the business. CM Punk gets a win. Motions for the title. Hangman comes out there and they do the stare down. Punk takes his exit, and that was the opening segment of Dynamite. What did you think, V?
Had zero problems with it. I think this is the direction that they should go. I think we talked about this maybe some time ago. That I'm pretty sure eventually Punk is going to go for the title, whether he wins or not, we don't know. But we both predicted that he will eventually be going for the title, and I don't have a problem with this.
Yeah, I think that's our Double or Nothing main event. CM Punk versus Adam Page. Okay, let's keep going. Tony Khan makes a huge announcement. There is a merger now happening with Ring of Honor, with New Japan, and I caught it really quickly though. With New Japan, Ring of Honor as well, as we know. But New Japan Pro Wrestling and All Elite Wrestling. Adam Cole, after he had a segment with the Undisputed Elite, made the announcement for Tony Khan. He took the spotlight in true
because
Adam Cole fashion. Oh, you're live, pal. Yeah, I know, right? Excellent match. Jonathan's back in the building. Yes, we are live, pal. All right. So what? How do you feel about this New Japan and AEW relationship here? And we're getting Cole versus Ishii on Friday's Rampage, I believe.
This is something I guess people were predicting long ago.
Yeah.
I just hope that soap and deodorant and cologne are involved.
Yikes.
Because a lot, all shade, a lot of y'all at these shows at Musty
Oh yeah.
can't relate,
Yeah.
but because I like soap and water,
As do I.
and if you guys like it, I love it. I mean, I can say that New Japan Pro Wrestling is something that's new. I don't. Let me rephrase this. Is new to me within the last 10 years or so.
Yeah.
So I can't say that I'm all for it or something that's it that words I know them. Something that excites me.
Yeah.
Because I don't know the whole history of New Japan Pro Wrestling. Like I know it goes back. Muscle Mania.
Mania, pal.
Wow, Jonathan. Anyway, so I can't say I'm super excited for this because it's not something that I have kept up in the past. I can't I'm not gonna say that. I'm not gonna pretend like I have caught up with New Japan. And I know a couple of people from New Japan and people that wrestle in New Japan, but I can't say be like, oh my god, this is so amazing.
Yeah.
I would be lying to you guys and to myself that, if I felt that way. But I do know Ishii. So so I know that match is gonna be really good, but if the people are happy, if it makes the fans happy, then I have no reason to be like, ugh, unless it involves Sammy Guevara.
All right. Give me 1 second. When Cole announced that match, it got a big pop. Yeah, of course.
It did.
All right. Let's keep going here. BCC, John Moxley, Brian Danielson, and Willa Yuta versus Lee Moriarty, Dante Martin, and Brock Anderson. No surprise that. Oh God, we got to get out of here. That Blackpool Combat Club won the match. And yeah, it was just standard 6-man tag. It was good. It was good.
It was
Standard 6-man tag. Anything to add about that?
Nothing to add, to be honest.
Okay. All right. Wardlow versus the Butcher. Wardlow was handcuffed all the way down to the ring. My boy Sam from Atlas Security was the one that actually handcuffed him. Shout out to Sam. But yeah, MJF was in a skybox dropping popcorn on the fans, and yeah. Wardlow beat the Butcher, no surprise, and that was pretty much the segment. Anything?
I mean, MJF is really good. I know how you feel about him.
He's an asshole.
All
right, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
But he's your Sammy Guevara. But he doesn't make rape jokes. He doesn't make rape jokes.
Right, exactly. That
But
exactly.
No, honestly, MJF is really good at what he does. And in due time, I feel like MJF should be AEW champion in the future. I
it's
think
gonna happen.
Honestly, it should happen before this year is out.
Okay, I could see that happening. Okay, well, I'm sure we'll talk way more about that somewhere down the line. Jungle Boy versus Kyle O'Reilly for the Owen Hart Cup qualifying match. Kyle O'Reilly beats Jungle Boy here.
I'm shocked.
I'm not, just because it was a singles match. And it was a tag team match, it'd be different. But in a singles match, yeah, I can see Kyle O'Reilly beating Jungle Boy.
I mean, it was a point in time where they were building up Jungle Boy as this huge baby face.
They still are.
And I'm not saying that they're not, but I'm just saying, like, as a huge baby face as a single star. So I'm surprised they went I'm surprised they went this way with it.
Well, Jonathan says he's not shocked. Kyle's a better wrestler. Well, we know in this business it's not about who's the better wrestler, but I definitely see your point. Okay. We had Hook. They sent Hook. For Dynamite. They sent Hook. Hook versus Anthony Henry. Hook wins. Hook wins a pretty easy match here. After the match, Danhausen comes out there and he tries to curse Hook again, and it doesn't work.
Nope.
But Danhausen has it up to here. You can't even see it all the way up to here.
Danhausen, just like Latifah, had it up to here.
Right. Exactly. So, for those that got the reference, so he says, he being Danhausen, he shoves Hook, right, and says, wait, what does he say? Hold on. He says, if I can't curse you, then we must fight. And Hook just kind of no-sells him and, whatever, and then leaves the ring. I thought this was a really entertaining segment. And now I'm looking forward to Danhausen versus Hook.
It was fun.
Yes. All right. Frankie Kazarian is in the back. Scorpio Sky interrupts his promo. Basically says, hey, friend, I need this title match against Sammy. Take a backseat. And Frankie's like, all right, friend, I'll just do that. And that's pretty much the segment. We get a segment with MJF. This is the one that you forgot, V. He being MJF offers Jake the Snake Roberts money.
Oh yes.
In return, in return, he wants Lance Archer to destroy Wardlow. And Lance Archer comes in, he knocks the money out of Jake's hands, says, I don't need no money. I just want to hurt people. Everybody dies, and leaves. Like, that was the segment. Everybody dies. All right. I'm not even gonna joke like that. All right. TNT champion Sammy Guevara comes out there.
You tried it?
I stopped myself. I'm not even gonna joke like that. I stopped myself.
You failed. I'm glad you stopped yourself.
I stopped myself.
I would have read you your Miranda rights.
Sammy Guevara comes to the ring with his girlfriend, Ty Conti. And Sammy says to everyone that supports him, he thanks them. To everyone that doesn't support him, be mad. And then he kisses his girlfriend. He's like, are you guys mad because my significant other is hotter than yours?
Not mine.
That's pretty much what he said. That's what
Not mine. Not mine.
I hear you. Not mine either, but that's the end of that. I said that live. Oh, well, here we go. Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
Because I don't allow mine to make rape jokes.
Right.
Well,
okay.
Do that. So.
Right. Dan Lambert comes out there, and says, Sammy needs to close his mouth and open his ears. Lambert says that Sammy can either give Scorpio his rematch or he's gonna send Scorpio and Paige to the ring to give Sammy the pounding that his girlfriend could only dream about. Wow. Sammy says he'll give Scorpio. Say again, B.
Nothing.
I'll hear it on the replay.
No.
Okay. Is it just me or is kissing in pro wrestling some of the sloppiest shit ever? Yes, but by design. You got to make that. Remember, John, the people all the way up in the cheap seats in seat 203 in row Z needs to be able to see exactly what happened. Exactly what happens, just like the people on the floor. So you got to remember that everybody has to see it. You got to exaggerate it. So yes, it is the sloppiest, but it's done by design. Like,
I mean, if you really kiss your partner like that, then more power to you. But
yeah,
but it's just like gross. Considering who's
Public.
involved.
Yeah.
Gross.
Wow. Okay. So do we not like Ty Conti now because of this?
I mean,
and that's an honest question because Ty, I feel like, is getting a lot of residual heat. And
she's getting a lot of residual heat, but I haven't seen it for her since those anti-black comments she made. So I'm good on that one also.
Oh my god.
So yo, Jonathan's about to get fucking blocked. Yo.
I'm not reading that. You guys can read that on Facebook.
I'll read it.
You're reading it? Okay.
Tay Conti takes the pounding, then Veer doesn't run in. What is wrong with you?
Oh boy.
Okay. What is wrong? What is your problem?
So Ty was waiting for Veer to come too?
Oh my Jesus. Oh, I thought we were done with this.
Oh,
but God.
Yeah, I thought Veer was done too, and he's still coming. He came this past week on Raw. He had a squash match.
Oh God.
Oh man.
I need another
drink. No. No. All right. We're almost done here. Let's finish up. Basically, they said that they're gonna give them the mixed tag team match, but we get Sammy versus Scorpio Sky in a ladder match next week on Dynamite. The last ladder match we saw Sammy in was against Cody, and he did that sick cutter from like the top of the ladder all the way to the floor. Like that was, I mean, not to the floor, to the ring apron. Enzo and Cash to join Cody at Backlash. Yeah, I don't think that's gonna happen. Fresh News 247. Okay. Dr. Britt Baker, DMD,
MID,
faced the former Vanessa Bourne, Danielle Camella, which I'm a fan. I've always been a fan of Vanessa, or Danielle. But we knew this was going to be a showcase match for Britt Baker. She was home. The crowd was so into her. And
I wasn't.
Okay. It's gonna happen. I mean, if it does, then if it does, then it does. I don't know if WWE wants to deal with Enzo right now. I can see Cass going back there. Yes, MID is what V said there. I was saying DMD, but nonetheless, Britt cuts this promo a little rough. After the match, I'll give her a break. She just had a match. I'll give her a break.
A little rough.
It was a little rough, but basically the point of it was that Jade needs to watch out. Is pretty much what she was saying. And she called herself the baddest bitch on the block. And
not bad as the Jade.
Okay, well, TBS, right?
And shout outs to Jade, Kiera, and Red Velvet. That's it.
We are gonna get Britt versus Jade at some point. Yeah, she focused on a lot during the post match promo. Yeah, definitely. So Jade is going against Marina Shafir this Friday, I believe. We'll see how that goes.
Lord, hear our prayer.
You know what? I'll speak on it a little bit. Well, they have an advantage because Rampage is taped this week, so they do have an advantage. The problem is, listen,
Marina's not good. I'll say it.
And Jade is still green. So, like, now you're putting Marina in the ring, who's still green, against Jade, who's green.
Not good.
And yeah, I mean, this has the recipe for a disaster. Hopefully, it's not long.
I'm rooting for Jade. Marina's
I am too. But
Marina's not good.
She's not.
See why.
Jade, Kiera,
NXT TV.
Jade, Kiera, and Red did a IG short a few days ago. My Lord, help me today. Yeah, I saw it. It was awesome. To say the least. Let's go to the main event here. We have Andrade versus Darby Allin in a coffin match. Now, this coffin match was nowhere near as good as the Darby and Ethan match that happened a few months ago. Um, but yeah, Darby gets the win. There was a lot of action in the match. Sting got involved. Was Private Party out there? Private Party got involved. A lot of action going on, but at the end of the day, Darby Allin gets the win in his match, the coffin match. And as they go off the air, the Hardys come out there and we end Dynamite. That's pretty much the show there. So what did you think about the ending or the ending match here? And
So
what did you
out of the two people in that match, I only like one.
Yeah.
That's what I'm speaking out. If you don't know, just go ahead and just look up Darby Allin speaking out. Anyway,
Don't look that up.
I mean, I guess Sting doing the Sting thing where he has a Sting mask and he unveils the Sting mask and it's Sting. Always makes me laugh. Oh, it always pops me because it's so funny every time that it happens.
Jonathan said Sting still no selling chair shots at 50 plus, 60 plus. It's Sting.
I mean,
no, we're not going to talk about that video of Flair and Lethal working out that made the rounds this weekend. We're not going to talk about that.
There.
Yeah, we're not going to talk about that.
I mean, I guess.
Okay.
That's all I got. I really, you know how I feel about that one.
Yeah. What I was talking about this match. All right.
I mean, the match was, I guess, okay. I was rooting for Andrade.
Yeah. Andrade wasn't gonna win a match.
I mean,
Dynamite gets a 2 count for me. Thought it was cool. Nothing mind blowing, but it was cool.
It was too many people that I didn't enjoy on Dynamite. So Dynamite gets a 1 count for me.
Wow.
Yeah.
Whoa.
And honestly, it's just the 2 people that I don't like. Well, 3.
He's busy. Yeah, we're yeah. And it's been a long day also.
It has been a long day.
So we're gonna get ready to get out of here. V gives Dynamite a 1 count. Let the record reflect. I'm actually at a loss of words. I didn't think Dynamite was bad at all, but okay.
No, it was.
Dynamite was a bad show.
I did, as an entirety, as an entity, yeah. To me,
really,
yeah. The bad outweighed the good here for me.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I mean, so next week, make sure that you guys join us. We should have something special for you guys next week. It'll probably be towards the end of the week. Next Tuesday is my birthday. So
yes. So real quick, I said I was gonna do this. Well, I didn't tell him I didn't tell you I was gonna do this, but
we'll lie, pal.
We're live. To my best friend, to my brother. I love you.
Love you too, bro.
Happy birthday.
Thank you.
Welcome to 30.
Oh, Jesus. Oh, God.
We old.
Yeah. Just set it on air, pal.
We met back in 96.
Yeah.
I hope you enjoy your birthday.
Thank you, bro.
I can't wait to record it next week. Happy birthday, bro.
Let's do it. Thank you, bro. I'm going to drink water because that's all I have right now, but thank you.
Yeah, I finished.
Thank you, John. Thank you. I appreciate it, bro.
Yes. So if you don't know already, we can be found on Instagram at almost said my Instagram name. Hey. At @GoForThePin_show, and on Twitter at GoForThePin_show. I can be found at KingV_the_ruler on Instagram and _watching my throne on Twitter. And where can I find you, Mike?
Well, if you go to Twitter, you can find me at DJ Mike EQ. Now, if you go to Instagram, here's the kicker. I'm Mike_EQ. Support Battle Club Pro, guys. Support independent wrestling. Thank you, bro. Support Jonathan. All right,
Yes.
DJ Knuckles. Okay, I think it's DJ_Knuckles on Instagram. So just support DJ Knuckles. Support Ray the Raw. That's it's Ray. He's not here tonight, but make sure you support him and support everybody that supports us. We support you guys. Powerbomb Jutsu. You know, support them. Jabba Cheers Podcast.
Mike with a U.
Thank you. Thank you. I'm finally getting it. And guys, guess what? Last note here. Remember I said on the show, Darius Carter was banned from Battle Club?
I'm weak.
He's banned. Okay? He didn't show up. And I said to Joe Kim, I said, Joe, if he's there, we are not coming. All right? We are not coming.
I wasn't there anyway.
All right? So, and guess what? Darius Carter was not in the building. Okay, because he knows if he was in the building, why I oughta, man, I gotta talk to Darius Carter. You know what? We're just gonna get out of here because I'm getting too excited. Okay, and seriously, I gotta calm down.
Thank you so much to Battle Club Pro for allowing us to sponsor matches in the show. I am really, really thankful. You know, Mike was there. I was not, unfortunately. But thank you to Joe Kim. Thank you to Janelle.
Yes.
For giving us the opportunity to sponsor the show and sponsor the matches. And I'm very, very thankful. And I love that they've always been supportive of us. So thank you so much.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I couldn't put it any better. I'm sorry, I'm just reading the comments. Jonathan's hilarious. Support my 40-year-old ass. I need it. It's getting harder and harder to get up out of these chairs now. Yeah. Well,
look, trust me. At 30, these old bones are weary. And
that's right. Why I oughta. Thank you guys, seriously. Good night. We're getting up out of here. See us next time for Go for the Pin. Later, y'all.